They killed. Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 I'm in a hell of a hole. Was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show. We could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found. The time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord. Fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Hell. Payback to bitch in his dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box. I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous. I'm for brand new parabellums. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Right. Clap it up. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. All right. Welcome to our conflict zone. We have Officer 5000 from Trinidad. Sawapi Allah. And I'm Officer up to 1,000 about that one Jamaica. Soon, hopefully we're joined by officer by trooper out of Atlanta, right there in Georgia. All right, so welcome to a conflict zone, another episode of conflict zone. We're looking at the kind of environment that business need to flourish, right? And the environment that a business need is a peaceful environment. We have you have something blowing in your mic, Officer Sawa.
Blowing on the mic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better. You'll have to mute it for it to stop. All right. Here in Jamaica, we have a situation last night, just yesterday evening. You ever hear about a place in Jamaica here named Warwick Hills? Officer Sawap.
Keep up to date or bring up to date with
One of them long time bad community here, man, say, oh, what Tivoli me come from? Dunkirk. Them the various inner city community that used to go on with badness first time that people used to highlight. Well, you had one named Warwick Hills.
All right.
Well, for a long time, you don't hear anything happening in Warwick Hills. Something kick off there last night. 7 got shot, 5 dead. And guess what? Guess what was happening? It was like a news community fund there or something like that, but it's more like a little
a block.
It was more like a little somebody was keeping a pool party or something like that.
We would say like a block corner, a small line.
Small line.
Yeah. When I say a block, it's like somebody who said something, and a lot of people come around and they gather now.
Right.
And they gather.
Right.
Yeah.
Something within the community. All right. Well, welcome to our TikTok viewers. You can request. You can join our TikTok live. You request to join.
Right.
All right. So you have that situation last night, yesterday, in the night, and 7 they shoot up the place.
7
person get shot. 5 on the spot.
5. How much? 5 there on the spot. You on alive on the spot.
5 of them unalive on the spot. Right there on the spot. By the time the cops come in, they were looking at 5 persons being unalive.
Right.
But these situations in Jamaica didn't just come about. As a matter of fact, let me run into let me play the little news clip so that we can debate on it and talk about it.
Oh, the news clip.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and just before you play, right? And this is why again it's so important, for brothers and sisters, to chime in and to come up on the live, ask the questions, because this situation is again it's going, or it through the Black community, Hispanic community, and say our host people community, and this is something that has been going on with us. We always had that rivalry amongst one another, that bitter sweet feeling. Somebody just
right.
have what we call a grudge or envying, your brother. And where you learn that from? And that why the scripture says, envy thou not the oppressor, choose none of thy ways. So when we do that now, we start to pick up the ways and the customs, and now happening to we. Just as also bad one mentioned, you know, five people on a line, seven of them, and don't feel Trinidad, backwards. We go into the same, you know, or similar situations, just like the brothers in Jamaica are going through. And this is why again it's so important again for brothers and sisters, because now the Lord, doing some right now. While it are war in the east, now the Lord stirring up the west. And who on this side now, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. And this is why now again the ISUPK under Commanding General YAHANNA again is the only place where you find that place or that safe haven to learn the truth about you or who you is in this society today. And what's about one going on play is just an insight on all that is taking place right now in the black community. Right? Yes. So that
Right. I mean, it's like Jamaicans wherever we go, we earn a name, to be bad people and so on. But
right.
what Jamaicans don't know is that prior to our independence, we were actually peaceful people.
Mm.
And then between 1976 to 1980, we were taught by the oppressor how to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we're gonna get into it. Let's play the news first of what happened last night.
Okay. You ain't getting no audio title.
So like I said,
Yeah,
what did you say?
I say you ain't no audio. It just the video just running.
No audio.
Yeah.
All right.
You know like it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna have to remove it and put it back. Most time when this happen, you have to just take it off totally and then you replay it. Tell me if you hear audio now.
Dennis reports.
Yeah.
Even as lawmen circled the sections of Pleasant Heights, Rockfort in the aftermath of Monday night's mass murder, a palpable sense of fear filled the air.
Salaki, you hearing it now?
Yeah, can.
Okay. Go on.
Few residents spoke after 7 people were shot by a group of over half a dozen heavily armed men. 5 of the 7 died on the scene. The other 2 are now in hospital. A curfew has been imposed. Superintendent Tommy Lee Chambers is head of the East Kingston Police Division.
There's a 48 hours curfew on in the Rockfort community now from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Anything else the public should be alerted to at this moment?
Well, we have our investigative officers here, and we will continue with our investigation into this situation.
A father and a son are among the 5 men killed in the attack. 2 of the deceased are said to be aligned with gangs. Those killed have been identified as 51-year-old Ortavia Austin, otherwise called Mandez, his son 29-year-old Okiro Ortavia Austin, otherwise called Kiro, both of Oliver Road. The elder Austin is said to be a high-ranking member of the...
All right. You see this blue thing behind police here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is what they use for the pool party. So it's like a portable pool. So they put it on the location, full it with water, music playing, and them, the girls and thing would go in the water.
So like it's like when you're telling me that it's like I watch the same. It's like I see trailer right in front of me. That what tell you we know different. Always showing me here.
Right, right.
Always showing me here. It's the same thing. You can display. I can pull up pics and the same thing happening in Trinidad. Same thing happening again. That's why I was say it's like a block corner. It's like a corner line where there are a few, as we say, a few brothers might come together and decide, hey, let me do something or let me hold something. And with that, they know this one, they know that one, and then it's just like an event take place. So,
Right. I mean, and there and other Caribbean islands is spread into the other Caribbean islands as well.
mm-hmm.
So you press a plant the seed. I know they plant it in Jamaica, and we're going to get into how they plant it in Jamaica. But look, I mean, this person have them little money earning thing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, throw a little party. You have a picnic for go to school. The little things you buy, your life you get on with a throw a little party.
Right.
Invest your money. And what happens? I'm going to shoot it up.
Mm-hmm.
They take their grievance to your locations.
Oliver Road gang. The other deceased are 32-year-old O'Dane Joseph, otherwise called Bones, a handyman of Pleasant Heights, 38-year-old Roswick Thomas, otherwise called Tenil, a laborer of Oliver Road, and a man believed to be John Dolphy, otherwise called John Dixon, a carpenter of a Rockford address. The police say Mr. Dolphy is the...
All right, so you see that man who is now the man who is named as the carpenter. Carpentry is his trade, so you know that he's the breadwinner of his family.
Hmm.
You understand? So this is one more Israelite family without a breadwinner.
Hmm.
And you have the man who is 51. Him and his son get killed there.
Hmm.
51 and son, something like about 29. Cut off most like that could be his firstborn. Cut off him firstborn, cut off one of him ear to whatever I might have. Then can pass on to his children. Cut off his name, things like that. He might have more than one son still, but suppose I want him up. They cut off.
The leader of the Base One gang. 2 other men were wounded during the attack. This is the 3rd mass shooting in October alone after 4 shot, leaving 1 woman dead in Cassava Peace 2 weeks ago. 8 people.
So this is 1 month in October, 3 different mass shootings across the island. St. Elizabeth, Cassava Peace, and now Warwicker Hills. So it's a trend, like what I realize is but last week, I think it was last week, we talked about the biggest drug find ever happening in Jamaica, ever take place in Jamaica. I wonder if there's a link between that and the whole of shooting them where they start take over the place. Like, then just get angry, so them take away them drugs and just start shoot up place, or tracking people who them think might have caused them things to get bust. I understand. I don't know the story behind it, but the whole of them just start at once. But
And so like if I mean, just like how in Trinidad here, it have a certain sect of people, or I would say a certain race of people, right, who would be more or less over or running the country, and the government will come under them. Like for instance, here in Trinidad, we know the Syrians and them, they have, let me say, a hold over the government. Who it will be like in Jamaica?
Repeat that. Repeat that.
No, I say like it have a certain, let me say, a certain race of people, right? Or a certain nation of people, right? Who will, let me say, have a hand or a stronghold over the government, right?
Right.
So now you could with the drugs and the narcotics and, as we say, guns and things that coming in, they would have a hand in let me say, in commerce within the country, and they could, say what could come, or let me say a payoff. Who it will be like, or who that nation of people will be in Jamaica.
The white are the uppers are still that, man. East are still there top of everybody.
So he still hold that stronghold despite you know all that taking place there. So it come like in Trinidad now. The Syrian and them, we just call them, part white now. But we know that them come from that era background, you see, that whole Persian and Mede background, right? So a lot of them have that background, within them now. So
Well, in Jamaica here now, you have the Chinese, Indian, and other nations, but all those people were invited out here by Esau. Esau bring them out here. So even though they are out here, Esau still on top.
right, same thing.
Yeah, the major business is the major decision making and so on. It's still Esau.
Because I the first person that were basically reach out to in case of any disturbance within, let me say, within the community, within the space now. So they will reach out to, as you say, to this to the oppressor, and he go basically, bring wherever he had to bring to quell the situation, right?
Yeah, man. So yes, you all them over killing and thing are going on, and you don't hear no great alarm raising, But
Mm.
make one other nation get caught up in this and get killed, get unalived.
Yeah.
Get unalived by the guns here in Jamaica. And you see how they come up with measures to stop crime. But what is happening now is who's dying is who they want to die.
Mm-hmm.
Were killed in Cherry Lane in August.
It is so sad. And we here in the Kingston Eastern Division, my team here in the Kingston.
2 weeks ago, 8 people were killed in Cherry Lane in August.
It is so sad. And we here in the Kingston Eastern Division, my team here in the Kingston Eastern Division, we're not going to put up with what is happening because we continue to work hard. September was a zero murder month for us, and we are now at the 21st of October, and this is the first major incident that we are seeing, and 5 one time, that is not good.
No clear.
All right, so you hear what the cops saying. But you ever hear the saying, some you get basket to carry water. You know that saying?
Yeah. They say
That's
the
exactly
basket the whole water.
Exactly. But it's the same. That is what happened with the cops. Basket then get to carry water. They only investigate on the back end. So in other words, is when the thing happen, but how about preventing it from happening? And the Most High did already give us the whole knowledge. He gave us the knowledge of how to prevent these things.
Right.
The very church threw it away and talk about, they are done away with. These laws are done away with. But if these laws were being taught to the people, if the first one say what? Law, that's the first, one of the laws that goes along with this now, Matthew, we'll take it in the New Testament, Matthew 5:21.
5:21.
Can.
The book of
Find
right. The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill.
Right. So when Christ say of old time, what is he talking about? He's talking about a period of time before him in Jerusalem, in among the Israelites. You have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill. Read on.
And whosoever shall be in danger, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment.
Right. So when Christ said, thou shalt, you have heard it said, thou shalt not kill. What was he referring to? Christ was referring to the laws. If you go now to Exodus chapter 20 and 13, you see it where this is where Christ was talking about. You have heard it from all time. So I don't know how they come by saying here it is, Exodus.
Right, you ready?
Another one can.
The book of Exodus. Right, the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 13. Thou shalt not kill.
As simple as that. Thou shalt not kill. This is one of the shortest worded laws, and yet still it's one of the most effective.
Right.
Because even though the church are trying to tell you that the laws are done away with, couldn't done away with this one because Esau now have to make this into his laws in whichever country, take away the right from people to just kill. You cannot have that.
Right.
So this is how now you stop these things from happening. You stop it before it happens. These cops are given basket to carry water. And we in the Caribbean, we had this kind of principle where we never used to do them kind of things here.
Right.
Until this man now show up in the 1970s, I think, and start to teach people in Jamaica here how to kill. So this is a video of someone, same Isa again. They did a research at the time when the CIA intervention was happening in Jamaica. So he is now in an interview. This was filmed in 1982, roughly about 2 years after they closed the operation in Jamaica. All right, 1982. And he was giving an account at the time of what he saw. All right, so let's listen to some of this. Let me hear it. Shalaki, sir, you hearing it?
Nah, lad, I ain't getting no audio.
I pause. You heard it before?
Nah,
Or
lad.
you hearing it before? I pause it now.
We can play it back and see.
All right, I have to come out and go back.
Hmm. Yeah, and
So
why is
when
again?
I switch screen,
Yeah. Oh, when it switches, the audio does drop off.
don't switch. Right. You were saying something. You can go on.
Yeah. Before you go into that, and you know, you draw reference to that point, which you know the Black, Latino, and Native Indian community need to hear, and why they need to hear this now, because now this is something that was recorded in our records, in our history book, and it had a purpose behind it. Because even our king, in his time, walking the earth, again, Yahweh Shai, or Jesus Christ, which you will may know him as, in his time walking the earth, you know, as we say, as a brother in the flesh, he echoed the same thing. And being king of Israel, you know, we supposed to adhere to the instructions and follow the instructions of the king. And when he came and he reiterated, as you say, he reiterated it, and he brought it out in, let me say, in layman's term, and let me know, hey, is it not written in from the time of old, right? So now he went back, just as you say, and he drew it out, just like you know the records and the way as we say religion hold, or the Christian church have, and it pile up a dust, it full of dust. He dust all that and he
Right.
say, he dust it out and he let me know and he bring it clear with understanding. This was always there. So where we trying to practice, or we trying to patronate, or try to, as we say, to analyze the own now, that was we shouldn't do that. That comes straight from the Lord. Let we know that. Let we know that. Because why? Is a command. And if we, as you say, if we adhere, as you say, we fail to adhere to them instructions, what is the end result? The end result. Yeah, so okay.
Yeah, this is the end result. We throw away the instruction, these divine instructions that were given,
Alright.
and believe that we can just go and open seas, sail and open seas, and then when you get lost, that is the time that you try to find your
Yeah.
way without
Yeah.
these instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing that what the Mosai is doing is making it easy for you in the first place by by um by not make that, so that you don't make the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now Esau is the main culprit who is teaching our people
Right.
and teaching the world evil. All right, let's hear what this man said now. What they really teach. Well, first part will tell us something.
Yes, okay. What in the years that you've been publishing it do you think are some of your most significant revelations?
You hearing it? You heard it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Are there some stories that even shocked you?
Well, I think one of the big stories that we were able to document in some detail was the whole scope of CIA activities, similar to what the CIA did in Chile, and which was documented by the Senate Select Committee, was the whole covert action program in Jamaica in between 1976 and 1980, and we did a great deal of research into that, and we discovered in many ways a very similar program, almost a classic model that was followed along the lines of what they did in Chile. And
All right, so I think this man name, I think his name something like that, Wolf. He writes for one of the papers in America, and know, they were interviewing him on the work he did in Jamaica at the time. So, so that was the introduction. So we'll get into the part where I'm telling you how what they, you know, they actually were teaching people to scout. Through politics, scout out each other and kill each other. And let me just come down to that part. When I already have to play everything.
Going around and killing people in the cities and also in the countryside in Jamaica.
Let's start.
And that's, of course, what the CIA proceeded to do in Chile, and that's what they also did in Jamaica.
They also furnished a lot of munitions and assistance to the terrorist squads that were going around killing people.
All right, so yeah, I said that they also furnished a lot of ammunitions. You heard that part?
Yeah.
All right. I'll touch back a little again. A lot of ammunitions to the terrorist squad that was going around killing people.
Right.
Isn't this what is happening? You go around and just shoot up your place now when you're having your party and things. Isn't that terrorism?
Right. And so like and that why yeah.
Go on, sir.
Yeah, and that why you know again every time you like you go more into again and listening to these, as we say, these oppressors them talk, it actually show you the whole mindset and plot in pushing, you know, the arms and ammunitions, drugs in the community. Because now just like using, as you say, a simple term as, you know, this is what they do. So now who is it they? Who is it they? Just like what I draw reference to when I ask a question, you know, who is the people then, or or the nation of people or race of people, you know, who have a hand within the political system in Jamaica. And I draw reference in Trinidad here, you know, as you say, the 1% that we used to call them, or the Syrians, they had a hand. Now you see who had a hand, just like you draw reference to that this beast or this devil, he had in it all over. And I mean all over, all over the earth. This is who he is. Yeah. So that.
Everywhere and put him hand. And it's a 30 hand input. And in don't do that. In don't do that in his people who look like him. Then in don't do that in their country, you know.
They say yeah, dirty hand.
Yeah, man, dirty hand, man. Put him dirty hand in everything that we're doing.
Yeah, I call them the dirty fingers, then dirty fingers.
Dirty finger. Yeah, man. Listen again what this man says.
Yeah, in Chile, and that's what they also did in Jamaica.
They also furnished a lot of munitions and assistance to the terrorists.
Munitions and assistance.
See what I tell
Which means what? They taught them. So they give them the guns and ammunition and they teach them what to do.
Imagine this.
That is a part of terrorism.
Right. So imagine this now. Black man, or as you say, these 12 tribes, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indian. Imagine, you know, the Most High God, you know, then raise back up. We spread from that low state. You know, look at what we'd be again, what they would be enjoying and continue to enjoy. So now we have to say, Barakataya, I was shot again for Commander General Yana. The truth
Yeah, let's put the eye
coming
so that
through, yeah,
open the
coming
eye so that
through,
we can see what is happening, you know.
right? Yeah. So we could be able to bring all this. We could go up, we could be able to go up and, as you say, pull, as you say, there's like a pouring water through our strainer. And every time we pull up any clip, now what we doing now, we sipping it and we showing brothers and sisters, hey, look at where this beast was doing since from that time. So you draw a reference 1976 or whatever to 1980. And this is things that was already in, as we say, in the grapevine, based on how they plan to carry out, as we say, the mass assassination. And I say mass assassination because now that was our plot and our plan to always try to destroy the black family, to destroy the Hispanic family and the Native Indian family. That was always our plot in their mind. And when we see things like this now, you know, and again, righteous black men teaching us to be aware, and we could be able to highlight this. Actually, there's so much that we as you see, as time go along, Lord allow, pray that the Most High God, that brothers and sisters wake up to the truth, and come back to the heritage, come back to the culture, because now we have a culture rich in history, and which is that book, that Bible. And that Bible, as you say, is something that each and every nation feed off and understand one thing. With us being, around them, this is how they will try, this is how they will live. But from the time we separate, we serve. That's why the Lord, as you say, the Lord is smarter than man. Quoting, Commander General, and the Lord smarter than man. So he know why he say separate. He know why he separate, every nation. Because why? He always, have that reputation to always be of a high standard. And his high standard is making sure that this earth run its course in a right way. Because now from creation, you see, everything was created on a day. And he authorized it and say it was good. So now, when you do that now, it shows that separation. So why now, as we say, you know with as we say, man with a foolish self now, as we say, this beast now, trying to feel that he can bring everything together. What the condition of this place? What's the condition of this place? Just like animals just running all over. But again, the Most High God always had a reputation, again, of a high standard, and it will be upheld by who? By the men who choose righteous black men to continue to bring this out and to bring that reminder. And this is why it's so important with these platforms that we, as you say, we pay attention and we join in. Because with all this truth now, what will happen? The sons growing up to do what to plan the same thing, to continue on in that same plot in what they're doing and to continue on the legacy. But again, the Most High God, all as they say, is our Father, and He already have everything in place. We waiting on now is just this people to get sealed, as you say that number, that 144. That ain't making already. So now it's just a little time. So what we have to do now, continue to do what we have to do and remind our brothers just as we were reminded. Yes, so that.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, our brothers, them, I don't know, they're just not like we are give them the medicine, but they don't just feel that the medicine is not for them.
Mm.
But
That is why we have to make sure and do we part. Just like we were saying wherever our focus now again is as we say, just like make sure that we as we say we do what we supposed to do and that blood now in we hand. Because now the Most High God entrust you with something
that's it.
which is the truth. Uh, so when we as we say we continue to bring the reminder, as you say, that warning already, that Trump already sung. That Trump already sung. So right now we sounding it on this platform. We sounding it right now. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, the ISUPK under Commander General YAHANNA is the only place where you can find truth, where the home of the truth is, where you understand your whole history and your culture and where you belong and you're supposed to be separated. Right? Yes,
Yeah, man. I mean, our people, we get. This is because we look up to these people.
Mm-hmm.
That is what is misleading us, you know. Same white Christ there.
Right.
These people look like the white. These people look like the same skin color and look like the Christ that you go to church and bow your head to. So
Yeah.
when him come and give you a gun and teach you, say go in a community go shoot your brother. It can't be wrong. Him a teach you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be wrong. When you look at the image of who is good, and then that is the same man teaching you bad. First thing you say, oh, man, I right thing the money I teach you, man. I way I say, man, them people they dead. But
Right.
if it was a black person teaching them that, you know,
Mm.
now
Right.
that means you come more wise up and say this people they come teach you about to kill them. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, these people now they're under the CIA, meaning they did it organized. So it can't be that they are doing it wrong because that is how our people looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they don't understand that this man is the devil.
Right.
Do in Chile, and that's what they also did in Jamaica.
They also furnished a lot of munitions and assistance to the terrorist squads that were going around killing people in the cities and also in the countryside in Jamaica as well.
That's correct.
Right. So they were doing it in the cities and the countryside.
Hmm.
So they were teaching our people how to kill each other.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But you know, all these violence came up in Jamaica during the 80s. And you know, it kind of go down a little and thing. But since the Most High raised up back the spirit of war on this earth, we realize that now it is now raising again in the black communities, both here, you know, the Caribbean, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, all about, and in the
Right.
States.
Right.
This violence just raising again amongst our people and the Northern Kingdom people to the natives that were around this side. Look in Mexico. Look in Mexico. They unalive I think a governor the other day. Don't remember exactly how the story was, but they did some unaliving of a governor. Yeah, just the other day. Who did it? The cartels. Because you know, it's like the government that try to stop them in their mind. Government that try to stop them food. But them is the wrong food them eating because the food that them eat is you know, drugs. And who they selling drugs to? Mainly their people. Because what the white man giving his people, what is reaching the whites now?
Yeah.
I call it fentanyl.
Yeah. But the drugs that beats is used.
What?
No, wait, what drugs you talking about?
No, I said the Mexicans.
Right.
They're doing the wrong. They in their mind, the government is stopping their business. But I'm saying they are in the wrong kind of business because they are in the business that is pushing, death.
Mm-hmm.
That is a witchcraft.
Right.
Control people with these drugs. That's witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Being a witch.
Right. Yeah.
Go on.
No. And again, just like as you say, scripture says, suffer which not to live.
All right, so Revelation 6 and 3 and 4, when the Most High pushed this spirit of war in this earth. And this is the people that is doing it is our people that is joined to Esau,
Mm-hmm.
one way or another, because these gangs, our people, our brothers now that are in these gangs, when I tell them that they are joined to the white man, to the oppressor, they can't see it. But who taught them to be in these gangs? Who come up with the whole idea of them being in gangs, using guns for gain?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't us. In the States, in the Caribbean, all about where our people doing these things, it was part to us. It was an active move by Esau to push these kind of thinking on our people. And then our people gravitate to it now and start to use it. So they are joined with the oppressor. So guess what? The spirit of war gets them too. That Revelation 6 and 3.
Your Revelation 6 and 3.
Right. Revelation 6, 3 and 4. We're going to read 3 and 4.
Book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast saying, come and see.
Right. So this is how this is what is happening in the spirit world now. A seal was open. Peace, the place was peaceful and thing. The Most High opened a seal because he wants to freeze people. And he cannot freeze people without, him don't free people without, get them into this agitation. Get you out of your comfort zone then.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, believe it or not, what crime is going on now is getting us all out of our comfort zone, because wherever in the island this happened, don't bother believe say we don't stay in another parish or wherever and say, sure, it's happening all the way up there. There was a time when you watch the news and you see it happening in Kingston, I say, at Kingston that. But now it happens anywhere. Manchester, which is right near to Jamaica, to Clarendon here. Manchester people also say, we're not going into Clarendon, we don't go Clarendon, them too wicked down there, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know now, it's their time now. A lot of killing happening in there. But what they should be saying, is how can we now help the Clarendon people so that, with this crime thing. And I will tell the next parish beside them, which is St. Elizabeth. You better see how you can help. You in St. Elizabeth better see how you can help Manchester to solve their crime problem. St. Elizabeth next. From time to time it happens in St. Elizabeth, but the mass will happen in St. Elizabeth next. It has to stop somewhere. Right? You have to stem it somewhere. I know that the most I have the plan how you can stem it, but trust me, you better. Wow, what's that?
That's a notification up.
Okay. You are better off stemming this yourself because you know the most I have a problem like this. Just kill off everybody. Hey, just kill you, wipe all you out and start anew. You know, and the most I have these problems for you because he already give you how to prevent these problems, you know. He gave you the solution to these problems, which is Christ. You better get the spirit of Christ. The spirit of the white Christ what you have, that is what is happening now. This is the killing that is happening because of the white Christ. All right, let's read verse 6. Sorry, verse 4. Next verse.
Verse 4. Can. Book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse, right? That was red.
Right.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
All right, another horse that was red. When you read the scriptures, you know, who was born red? That was Esau. Now, this red horse is not Esau, you know, but power was given on the man that sat on the red horse to take peace from the earth. Who is taking peace from the earth? Esau. Whether you want to go and join what America say or you want to join what Russia said, it's Esau. It's still the Roman Empire, you know. Still Rome. All right, read on. How you going to know it's Esau? Read on.
And that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
They should kill one another, and there was given unto that man who sat on the red horse a great sword. You know what that great sword be already? Right, that nuclear weapon. Whose hand was the nuclear weapon placed in? That was placed in Esau's hands. You have other nation that have it is the Chinese. As a matter of fact, the other nation, they're way below America and Russia. The two bad men in Rome know that, you know. The two bad Romans that, you know. And it's them have the great sword. So much so that the two of them come together and organize as to how a nuclear war should be fight. Yeah, man, ever hear about mutually assured destruction? If you go on YouTube and you type in that, you find a lot of information of what mutually assured destruction is when it comes to nuclear war. You name mutually assured, which means you try to destroy me with a bomb, I'm going to destroy you. So even though if the bomb drop on me, going to render me incapable, by the time the bomb up in the air, my bomb going to get off too. So both bombs are going to cross each other up there in the air.
Right.
That's the whole idea behind mutually assured destruction, you know. And guess what? What is the acronym for mutually assured destruction? Mutually is M, assured A, destruction D. Mad. I tell you, Esau is nothing but dirty hands. Yeah, and the two of them draft up now a way to fight nuclear war, which is madness.
Right.
But that is what they sign off to. Right? And you have them. Why do you think they refer to the American president as the most powerful man in the world? They refer to him as the most powerful man in the world because he is indeed the most powerful man in the world. He is the sole president. He's the sole one man in the world. Not even Russia don't have this, you know, who can make a decision say, all right, I'm going to fire off my nuclear bomb. Whatever reason. No questions asked. Nobody not going to stop him. And mash up and just mash up the entire world in less than 1 hour. Right? So everywhere I'm going, you have a man who follow behind in contingent with the attache case, you know, they call it the nuclear football. This man is madness. So this is the same man who come down here in Jamaica and teach us how to play off each other. It's not surprising. It should be surprising, really, you know. So when you look at how they function, I mean, look at how they're treating the Palestinians. You know, he's the same one who's giving the Israelis bombs to obliterate the Palestinians, basically. Esau wants, he doesn't share power. So once, which is why we know that, you know, China in trouble. China believe that we're going to come up and have a say in this world. You know, see what they're doing. Arming his enemies. Because arming enemies. They're going to get a serious blow. That is going to set him back a couple years before he can turn around and start again.
Right.
But all of this is World War III. I don't know, these little wars that is fighting, they don't call it World War III, but it is World War III. Russia and Ukraine, what is happening in the Middle East. Just a matter of time before Taiwan and China kick off, North and South Korea. You know, it look like them drawing Cuba in it. The Cubans and get a blackout the other day. It said they don't. The Cubans said them don't know, but it is highly speculated that it is sabotage. Right? So, you know, we here in Jamaica have to try to solve a problem, and we can solve our problem. Right? Like I said, the cops are given a basket to carry water. So how you solve it? And the next step, our minister, it's only the government and the authorities to solve this. Guns are not made in Jamaica, bullets are not made in Jamaica. So how we get here? It has to come through one or more of our ports. So the only thing you can do is to properly monitor the ports.
Right.
And they are not putting money into the proper monitoring of the ports. What they are doing, wait until these things come through the ports, because who control the ports? Esau again.
Yeah, you see what's going on?
Esau telling him, no, you can't come stop my business because you want to search for this and search for that.
Yeah.
He might just be the same one that is bringing these things and selling them to the I would not think that it is far-fetched, because who own the gun shops in America?
Yeah.
He own the ammunition, he make them, him own the gun shops. So why we think it is far-fetched that is him bringing it out here and selling it to the common people? You might have 1 or 2 police who are sell shot to man, you know. But on the scale that these things are happening, something bigger is happening out there. Our government need to properly monitor the ports. Everything that comes into this island comes through either the airport or the seaport. Monitor the thing properly. And this is what we can't understand. You can't bring in an item that they would normally tax. You can't bypass them in the port with that without they catch it and tax them. How is it that the guns are past them? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Suppose you want to bring in 2 cell phones and say, yeah, I'm going to hide them cell phone and I don't want to pay no duty on them and we can sell them reasonable. Then find it, you know. Yeah, because that's the money. You want collecting money. You're not busy so much with the guns because the gun not kill him. Gonna kill me and you. Any day the gun start blazing for them direction, they're gonna be a total different thing. They put to themselves the problem. Eh? You don't want to see that because we know say there we are solving the problem and then just what them all do with them now, do not. Them kill half the gunman them anyway. They catch them then I bring them.
Mm.
What are they going to do different? You have a prison, you pull them up in the prison and you kill them out. So if them start kill off who selling them the guns, the ammunition, I mean, what are you going to do what you're not doing already? Solve the problem, monitor the ports properly, and stop doing this bull crap. Like say, make it look like we're more wicked, more in other nation.
Alright.
We're not more wicked than the Israelis. Yeah, maybe you might say the Israelis not kill off themselves, but they are dying too. Because they're not getting true casualties. When Hezbollah bomb them up, they're not telling the truth.
Mm.
Hezbollah no mash up all Israel no mash up all, sorry, Iran. No mash up all but F-35 there that they not admit it.
Mm.
And kill off some of them soldiers, they don't admit it. So they're dying one way or another. This is what the Mosai wants. They want them to kill off one another. As in by them killing off each other. And that is how our freedom comes. And it seems
That's
as if they know, which is why they are trying to get us to kill each other too.
Mm. That why again everything that has been brought out here is highlighted, and just as you make mention, they have a job to do, and we have a job to do as well. Just like as we not read there with like a seal being cracked, when you open something or when some open, a seal crack. So whatever coming out of it loose. And that we see taking place right now. These horsemen and them out there, and they have a job to do, and they're doing the job very good. And this is why now we, as a people and as a nation, so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Indians, the first people, we have a job to do, and that job now is to do what? To gather ourselves back together right now, to get ourselves in the right mindset, and to get our spirit back right with the Lord. And how we doing that now? By you now coming up and saying now on the righteous black men. Like then, like as you say, when you look at in them times, as you say, everything that written aforetime was written for we learning. And then I say on these two and all the laws are the prophets. Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Ezra, these men and them echo the same thing. And up to the time or to the point where, our king, as we say, walked the earth, just as we say, as our brother amongst us, and demonstrate, as we say, the highest level of brotherhood. The highest level of brotherhood, because you see that which man will lay his life down for your brother? Which man? Which man? And he demonstrate that. And this is why again being the most dedicated, soldier of the Lord, he set that bar very high and that standard very high. And this is why when you look at the men in the ISUPK, you look at the example of Commander General YAHANNA, that is wages. Like how some people like to say the sky is the limit, and they like to point up there. That is the limit. Being that brother to your brother. That the king said that back. And anybody, or as we say, any black Latino native Indian coming up underneath him, as we say, that is standard. Because why? You understand what it means to be a nation, what it means to be family, what it means to look after one another, what it means, to raise up sons and daughters in this same spirit. to carry on this legacy, because again, the Most High God, the repetition is our high standard, and we must continue on to keep the standard that we father. It shouldn't drop. We drop it, but the King come and redeem me, and that standard is where it is today, just where it's supposed to be. And this is why the ISUPK under Commander General YAHANNA will continue to uphold the standard of the Lord, which is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and following after the footsteps of righteous black men. So,
Right. Yeah, man. So, our people is just given, like I would say, basket to carry water, because the cops who is left to fight the crime here in Jamaica and Trinidad, they look like you. You fighting your own people again. I mean, so you believe that in their mind, oh, them boy are some wicked boy and things. But the wicked man is the one you're not seeing, the same one who's manufacturing these things for them to get. Why you have to, they are exploiting these youths' ignorance, right? There is always some other person there who is trained, who is guiding them.
right.
Either trained by the government, one of the arms of the government, or trained in some way. Now, you can imagine when election call out here in Jamaica.
Yeah. When is election?
Sometime in next year,
Around the same time. Around the same time.
Constitutionally due next year, but they can't call it anytime before that.
Same thing, yeah. Same thing, yeah.
So,
See, running neck and neck.
this was what they did. Repeat?
I say we running neck and neck. That's why we, as you say, so,
Right. So, these things, this was what the video that I was playing, this was what they were doing when they go in the countryside and kill people. They were putting pressure on the government. It's the same thing happening now. They're putting pressure on the government. But we, it's full time now, we stop being the scapegoat. One party want come in power, they put pressure on this party. Who feel it? We the people. When they want to change back, they put pressure on that one. Who feel it? We same on the people. The other race never feel it like how we feel it. And you tell me right, because they make the preparation. Because they make all kind of preparation. Because the system favors them. That's why it happens.
That why you see, like all what they're doing now, they're choosing, like right now, how things is rolling right now. They're choosing if they can eat or if they want to eat. All we just tell them, hey, you all enjoy yourself. Because when that time come about, and black people I say, the thing that you didn't want to do before, you're going to face it right now. Knowing that you have a black man over here, a Hispanic or native man over here. Well, I mean running things. Because now you choosing if brothers can work, or as you say, a slave, and not. You're choosing if they can eat today, or if they're not eating today. Because why? When you cause disruption in the black household, and amongst the black family, this is the end result. Brothers, and I say brothers end up on the breadline. Brothers, end up without, family. Children, going, as you say, fatherless, homeless. Mothers, can't even, as you say, function to go full term in labor. All because of you. all because you're as you say selfish, and there's this tasteful, you know, words. If you're going to use words, it's just like it has no description on it, because that way it is of no description. It just evil and wicked. That is this beast, and this is why everybody who join with this beast portray or carry that same spirit, that same mindset. And this is why, again, the Lord is going to bring that spirit to, as you say, to his knees. Bring that beast to his knees. Because why? Of what he did. And, of his portraying the highest level of wickedness in this society. By doing what? By keeping our people, or trying to strip our people of their identity and say they're fraud. So you commit an act, a fraudulent act. Like how they say that how forgery is one of the highest level, let me say, criminal activity. That way you do, because why? You take up a name, and that name doesn't belong to you. Talking about you is it true? Talking about you is it true? Yeah.
True. Take up an identity which is not his.
Yeah, you balling, you Jewish, and trying to put ish on the end now, and balling you about Jew, and you commit an act, a fraudulent act, and for that act, the penalty, the penalty for that is you have time to face. You have time to face. So know this, as a father. Yeah, go ahead, the lad.
It's not every point you're making there, sir, because he's trying to kill those who are supposed to make him face the penalty before the penalty time come around. So in other words, him killing out the judge and the policeman before the trial come.
Yeah, where he go?
There is so much of us to be his judge, make him stay there.
Remember the Lord.
Anyone.
Yeah. Remember the Lord say he tell Abraham he go make his seed as the sands of the sea. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And they are just a handful in this world. It's just that they are so dispersed.
Yeah.
People think that there's a lot of them.
They want to bring down everybody numbers, especially blacks, Latinos, and Native Indian. They want to bring down the numbers, but that we numbers, as we say, it uncountable. So that's why you say like the sands at the sea. If you account that, the Lord already know that. That's why you see the Lord say, every grain I hear on we head. We don't know that. We can't count too much. As you pull out one sprout back up one time. So you counting that.
So when we do some drought, that we can't tell you the name of the one who drought. I come here and you look at me and you say 5, 6, 7 strand a year. You say, okay, this is John, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Which is why we in the truth have so much faith in what the Most High says, because we realize that we are right where He said we would be, and these rights were written from some thousands of years ago, and we see it fulfilled today. So how could we not have faith in these writings?
That's right.
And we are imploring our brothers out there, don't follow Esau. You see them guns on not to come and think is the oppressor who not following. They are the ones who love to shoot and thing and murder them one another and thing. You read the news in America, most of the news you're not getting up front. I see one of them unalive them parents. Yeah, and school shooting, Lord have mercy. So in out here in Jamaica we shoot up dance and thing, but over there they shoot up schools. So It's not that our people is wicked more than anybody else, right? But wickedness is not for us. That is what we are telling our people. You are the people of the Most High God. These things are not for you.
Right.
And in the end, is you do these things because most time I'm out of hungry, because the same man them will say I've shoot over place, you know, so hungry people let me know. Right? And people is just other more powerful persons are just exploiting their poverty to their suit. And we are saying to these brothers, you know, come out of it, man. Don't follow them in that. Don't follow them in that. And we can say to the government too, you need to properly monitor the ports and stop blaming the youth. These youth don't, many of them who find the gun, they never go foreign. They don't know what a gun shop abroad look like. Nobody never go abroad to go buy a gun and carry back to Jamaica. It's our same people who go over there, buy it and carry it back, or same oppressor do it through our people again too and send it back out here, but it has to come through the ports.
That's right.
So our government need to properly monitor the ports and stop come up with this foolishness. Like every time when as a US a killing, the only thing you can do is curfew, state of emergency. That is working on the back end. How about preventing it from happening? Stop working on the back end, man. Right? Prevent the thing from happening. Because we want good name for the country. We're not working for good name. We are working to keep our people alive.
And
we all need good name for the country for tourism. So like
yeah, and you draw something heavy and it brings something to mind. And when you really, as you say, when you really look and you really, you know, as you say, look back and through these records and them, and you know, just we read in the first, you know, in the first two scriptures where you know, King, you make mention, something that, as you say, the record that was written in the old concerning thou shalt not kill, and the draw reference is just a short line, it's just a short sentence, and when you check it out, with them using that to do now is like they would use that line to, let me say, to boost the empire. Why I'm saying to boost the empire? Because the more people you kill or the more people go to prison is a money making thing. But when we know, as we say in all records, you understand the purpose of doing that now, you commit an act, and that act you commit now, it's so, let me say, it is like you're destroying your family when it's not supposed to be. When a man's supposed to live through, as they say, live through time, you know that the Lord allot him to. You know, shortening that now by committing that act, and in, as you say, in all records, it was just a reminder, don't do this. But in them records now, in them would them use it as now as a playing field now to, let me say, to bring commerce in. That's why with the guns and wherever the setup now, it was always planned. The prison system, it was always planned. And long as we can get in, as we say, in the black community, Hispanic community, and Native Indian community, they would be pleased with that because now they know that, hey, the plan that they have, that, let me say, they sit down and they conspire, it come into fruition, it come into life.
Right.
And this is why you know they know with thing that you know that they thrive in, but in the side that you know it's evil and it is wicked. And this is why you know, as any good father, the Lord will step in now because you realize your game you're trying to play. Because now I set a standard in the earth, and that standard I have set again, they have a high standard. Who tell you you can come and bring down that standard? for your own belly, for your own gain. Nah, I go far into this. And this is why again why the Lord will step in. And he will just step in to do what? To bring this, as we say, this beast, as you say, this demon, or you say the devil to his knees, which is, as you say, the so-called white man or oppressor. You're going to do that. Bring him to his knees.
Yeah, just tame the beast. That's the one beast you need to tame in this world.
Yeah.
And you know what is interesting? You know, the other nations that know that,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have the means.
No.
They don't know
They,
how to do it. But we, who don't even have a gun, we know how to do it.
hey, the
And
greedy just like he. The greedy just like he. The scripture says never trust your enemy. All of them die with
craven,
days.
craven like him.
Yeah, the gravel. I say really the gravel is just and greedy. All of them just so. All of them. Yeah. So
Right. So they want to tame him, the beast, for themselves.
yeah.
They don't know how to do it. But we know how to do it. We need all we do is just keep the laws.
Yeah.
Because of the promise the Most High has to us. When we keep the laws, he rise us up and put them down. Because we know that we the Most High people, we are the ones with the conscience in this world.
Right.
Right? You see how much we show love to them other nations to the point where we say we love other people more than ourselves. But it is a part of our rulership, When you are on top, you are not on top to destroy them other people, And we know that. You go on top to let everything flourish.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is why I see. That is why I see now when you know again like when you see they perform let me say saying that what they know who he is, and just like as you say this white woman did when she came to Christ and she say when she say it's not meet for me to take the children bread and cast it to the dog, so she acknowledged herself to be a dog. When they
Right.
do that now, when they do that now and acknowledge that now, this is how they would acknowledge or know that area what going on. You have the authority. When the Chinese man can do that, the East Indian man can do that, as you say, or the white man can do that, as you say, the African man can do that. When these Arab man, when these nations and them do that, then they would consider, as you say, the know the place and understand the place. Because now, what they're doing now, when they look to the beast, as you say, or they look to this oppressor, the white man, what they're doing, the acknowledging who he is, because now you know we're afraid. He dropped sanctions on them. He dropped embargo on them. He cut them off. So now when they look at the black man, that's why when we could go back in the scriptures and we could read in the records now with this Japanese or this son of Ammon, children of Ammon, saying, hey, if these people and them, or if them people walking with the God, don't go behind them. So he gave you a warning. Because now if
That's
you come behind me, what will
that's
happen?
Akar.
What will
Akar.
happen? Yeah. It's like yeah.
Salak is right. I said that was Akar, the Japanese general.
Yeah.
The
So,
Moabite
yeah,
tribe.
the Moabites, yeah, the heathen, as we say. Because now what they do? They acknowledge that way when they acknowledge that, w- yeah, what happened to him when he was amongst we? He could not even move the tongue. That's why he said, no, not a dog will move the tongue against Israel. I just saying that in Exodus. No
Right.
dog ain't gonna move the tongue or say nothing bad because when they drop him amongst you, what happened to him? And we feed him, eh?
Exactly.
and we make sure he was taken care of.
Right up until we don't even know when him dead.
We thought what happened to him.
Exactly.
Eh?
Him even
We
put
thought what
down,
happened to him.
him even put away film gods and
Hey, yeah,
take up our one. It's just because him couldn't really go in the temple, but
yeah,
start celebrate our
because you
iWorld.
have a place. Yeah, because you have a place. Yeah. And that's why you see now again when these points and them come out, it bring it clear. So now when you see, as you say, when you see the oppressor go bend down and kiss the boots, as you say, acknowledge something. That's why they say, hey, that is a good oppressor. That is because he acknowledged something. He acknowledged something. He acknowledged the position where he supposed because now you know why? He know moving the tongue or talking against these people, we the end result is because now he know it have a God because he seen it every day. He seen it as you say, he seen it in the storm, he seen it in the tempest, he seen it with all these natural disasters, and he seen it what will taking place right now. Yeah? And this is why again, if you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're black, Latino, or Native Indian, you should be in class. You should be in class in any one of these ISUPK schools, whether it be in Jamaica, whether it be in Trinidad, whether it be any state in America, England, Central and South America, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Cuba, where these brothers and them reside, find yourself inside of it because you know this. These records are real and it's true. And reminders being brought out, the trumpet sounding, and it's only for a period of time. Because now everything coming to pass. The book open. And as the book open, as we say, we not read about the horse, the let loose. The following the instructions, the doing what they're supposed to do. What we supposed to do? We supposed to get ourselves under righteous black men. I want to say righteous black men. Black, the Jews, the true Jews, out of the records. The ones that speaking that the Lord separated we from all nations. And when I mean separated we, he had us in our own place. Right? And this is why again we continue to bring this reminder, continue to bring this out on the conflict zone, ISUPK Jamaica classes during the week, ISUPK Trinidad and Tobago classes during the week. Any platform, we are Martinique, we are, again, you name it, because now Commander General YAHANNA continue to push this truth. Continue to push this truth, because again, this is a man that walk under the spirit or follow after our King Yahushua, which was led by the Most High God. And we follow Christ as well. This is why we follow Commander General YAHANNA. This is a reminder to brothers and sisters. This is not some slight. As you say, take this with as you say, knowing that you is the sword that you use. Don't lose your savior. Because now, what will happen when you lose it? What we seen happening, we lost it. How much get bounced down in where the tongue is? 5, 7, 5,
Seven get shot, 5 dead on the spot.
5 get 5 unalive on the spot and 2 wounded badly. That is when you lose it. That is when you start to lose your savior. Because why? Now you take up customs and culture of the society. And you want to practice just as with the oppressor bring. He teach you how to do what? To wield the sword. He teach you how to wield the sword. So now when he done that, he go about his business and just waiting now to hear the end result and reap the benefit. Are you unaliving one another? Yes, so that, yeah.
Yeah, man. There's Tuwada for that. But our people really need to, and you know, just the semblance of it, you know, of our teaching. They're not giving us the credence, you know. They will not get the big up. But you hear even one man, one blogger, he use the word shalom so much now that they call him shalom. Yeah, but you know, this is the thing now. You know, can't just hear us teaching. I'm gonna try to teach like we. Because him now, here we must have hear we teaching or whatever, but him start to burn out the fish them, the LGBT. And, you know, them invade him. But doing flag one day and them rush him have to jump off in a sea. That is how the demon work. You got to be in here to fight the demons. Okay, here when we see and go out and believe you can. But we will start from video. We probably need to start with this again. We say, don't try this at home.
Yeah.
We need to start not on the videos, but don't try this at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You need to come in here and we teach you how to do it.
That's right.
You can't run demons, so then we overrun you.
They'll rip you up.
Rip you up, man.
They'll rip
You
you
have
up.
to run.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is in Ephesians 6 and 12.
Where you have it or?
It's up on the screen here.
It's a little small now. I will pull it up. This is,
all right, I can pick it up right here.
Yeah, I have it there. Ephesians 6 and 12, right?
Can't.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
And you know what's the interesting thing? Each one of these things that you say now, we in the truth here, when you look back at the root of all these things, one man, you know. Yeah, man, that's Esau. Esau the behind all this. Edomites. Right? You know, Christians believe that Esau today is one man. Esau is a race of people, just like how Jacob is a race of people today. Who is Jacob? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native. We are the Israelites of the Bible. Esau have him race too. Many of you call him white man, but the Bible call him the red man.
That's right.
You call him red and hairy all about. So, you know, but it's not his flesh and blood he wrestling against. Him carrying a spirit where just destructive. And that is the spirit that he carries. Just like how we, as blacks, Hispanics, and you know, even though some of the killings and things, we carry a godly spirit amongst us. So him now carry a wicked spirit amongst him, a very seductive, destructive spirit. Right? And he is the ruler of darkness in this world. Right? He is evil personified. I mean, look at the things where him used for what. All right, aeroplane. When aeroplane make airplane, you know, wow, we can now travel from here, point A to point B, over great distance by air. So wow, the aeroplane is a great invention. And Esau look and say, damn, you know, I can go up here and drop dynamite and them people down the bottom. And that's how him start the bombing, you know. Dynamite him start to use first, now. Light the dynamite up here and drop it down from the plane. And until they learn to start make bombs. They used to use grenade, pull the pin and drop it from the plane. And when you saw them now, so many times the pilot and pull it and they drop on them inside the plane. So they find other ways now to make bombs and attach it to the plane and fly it over. Bomb. look at pagers where you use to communicate and find a way to turn it into weapon. In other words, him find a way to weaponize every single thing.
Hey.
The Chinese them have the gunpowder. You know, the Chinese they use gunpowder for their New Year celebration. They say they use it. The explosion is supposed to run evil spirit, according to their belief, right? Esau now think and look at it and wow, you know, say put on ball. First going in at the Roman fire. If I can put a pebble in that and light it, that explosion is supposed to spit out that pebble. And I can kill a man with it.
That is a beast. That beast. Yeah, Gary.
And look how him treating the Palestinian down there. You're supposed to eat food to stay alive, you know, and then come and say, if I cut the food from you, you can die.
Yeah, yeah.
And blockade the food. Food and water. No food and water for you. That's another way to kill you.
Yeah.
That is Islam. That is him. That is him with him. And how do you stop him? What is the flesh and blood you can wrestle against or to stop him? Nothing. You can only appeal to the Most High God. Right? So our wrestling is against principalities. What are principalities? You can look for the definition of that, you know.
Salakia?
So you can look for the definition of principalities.
Definition of principalities.
Yeah, I'm searching here. Principality. A state. A state ruled by a prince. All right, so according to Google will tell you that principality is a state ruled by a prince. 2, the traditional Christian and Lottie. 5th highest order of the 9th whole celestial hierarchy. Anyway, principality I think is rulership.
Yeah. In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, it's rulership.
Yeah.
So what it's saying now, that's why it says on principalities, powers, and rulers of rulers of darkness. So the principalities now that's a state run by a prince or a country or whatever against powers. What powers? And when you're in church, you know, you get the impression that these powers is that they talk about is like you know, like some supernatural power or something like that. No. Yeah. Just like how we talk about the CIA send intervene in our government, in our country, and destabilize the country back then. That is power, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power.
So that is what we are wrestling against. They have the power to do such things. So say we're wrestling against powers, we're wrestling against rulers of darkness of this world. Who is that? Them same one. The policies that they make. You remember this present president, when them start, you know, in going against the countries who don't want to legalize LGBT. And then when start put sanctions on them and things. That was what, when him coming in power, that was his aim, you know. Him do a little thing like do something else because they put pressure on Jamaica. So that is ruler of darkness. That is darkness them bringing on you. It amounts to the same thing here now. That is what you are wrestling against. It's not against the one man that you see out there busting the gun and thing. So one time you get up and say, boy, you them wicked and blah blah blah. That is not what you're wrestling against. You're wrestling against the system that is allowing them to do these things. System that is arming them. Because the government can't stop it, you know. You know, just police the port better. Put better policing at the ports. Right? And we know that you're not going to stop it 100%, but you're going to find a lot of the weapons which you never know that you could find before it gets to the people. That is why you don't want to happen. So this is what you're wrestling against. When I'm wrestling against that man with a gun who want to try to kill everybody, you're wrestling against the system that allows him to do that. The system that is arming him. And you'll be surprised to know, because yes, they do create criminals. They create them so that the judge and the police and everybody can have work and money can circulate in this system. Judge and police is work on one end, but the security and the security systems, that's another thing.
Right.
You check how much money run through security systems. Yeah. Look, you're going through the airport. How much the various security systems you go through. They scan your bag and all them. What are those? Those are things that is searching for things that they should not be on the airplane. So they do allow these things to happen so that they think they will keep like a bag of money. And then when they can't, if it reaches stage and they can't control it, then they have the army. And they just declare a failed state and send in the army and zero you. Look at Palestine. Palestine had an economy before October 7th, before October 8th. October 7th, they went to Jerusalem. By October 8th, they started getting bombed. And get that one year on what happened.
Alright. Upon the time we looking like.
Yeah, man. This is the closing scripture now. Right there upon the screen.
Every black Latino Native Indian should, when they see that on top of it should highlight something, or it should spark something within the spirit or within the mind to know that, hey, when I see this and it being explained or being brought out by righteous black men, then now what I should do to get myself in line. Because as it say in the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, gather yourselves together, ye gather together, O nation not desire. That should spark something. That should drive a point home and let you know that in this society, without you, coming together, not with everybody, coming together as a nation, as a people, this should mean something here. Because now this is where we'll find safety. This is where we'll find, as we say, that place where brothers and family coming together. Yes, so that.
Right. I mean, who is the nation not desire? You think they like we? Man. And then the evil one now is pushing all the things on us to make more and more people hate us. Yeah, man. But that's it. So that's it. The message I can leave again for tonight. Gather yourself together. Right.
Right.
Gather yourself together in righteousness, not gather yourself together to go and invade other people,
That's
to go
right.
shoot up no place. Gather yourself together in righteousness. Right? So come into this truth so that we can have more soldiers going out there to preach and teach the truth to our people, so that we can get up out of this captivity. Captivity, you know, that's why you're doing these things. Why you think it's so difficult for you to come up with an idea for your business and it's so difficult to get it off the ground? Why you think? Which way a person can leave Europe, any of them Europe, and they can leave Europe and go in America with nothing and come out back with the world? Why? Because it's their world. How about creating our world? You come into this truth, let's gather ourselves together so that we can get up out of this captivity.
That's right.
All right. So with that, you know, I've said more than a mouthful for tonight. I'm way past the time, but
Yeah.
that's how it is, you know, when the
The
vibe
gas,
is right.
the gas special. These are special.
Yeah. What you call special?
Eh?
What you call special?
A special when we run over the time. So
Okay,
it was
okay.
when we run over the time. It's a special because
Out
now,
there,
as you say,
out
there's
there,
certain.
I drink it in the rum bars, so then call special, you
Yeah,
know. Boom and rum. So I guess
yeah,
somebody then go in there and say, give me a special. It's a boom and
yeah.
rum.
Yeah. Yes.
So, you know, our time is up on us now. Up
Right.
on us about an hour ago still, but you know the vibe is right. We just got to keep on, you know, we're doing it for the most high and for our people. You know, this captivity, it's getting there and it's coming to the close.
Mm,
We're in the last minute now.
mm-hmm.
And you know, after a minute it goes down into seconds.
That's right.
All right, so with that, we say I am Officer Abada, Officer we have Officer Sawap, Officer 5000, Sawap Yala from Trinidad,
Right.
Officer Officer 1000 from Jamaica.
Right.
No, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Yabashimira Shabakata.
Yeah, I was such a